The San Francisco 49ers were looking for some cornerback depth after a season-ending injury to the very talented, but also very unlucky with injuries, Jason Verrett. The Niners ended up signing veteran Drake Kirkpatrick, old friend of Mike Zimmer, and will probably bring back Richard Sherman per David Lombardi of The Athletic. But also, San Francisco also inquired about a trade for Minnesota cornerback Cameron Dantzler as they look to patch it all together. And you'll remember that Dantzler was a surprise healthy scratch week 1 versus the Bengals. Well, I guess it would be a surprise if you weren't paying attention to the offseason because Chris Boyd, Harrison Hand were clearly ahead of Dantzler on the depth chart. But it was a pretty stunning fall from grace for a guy with a lot of talent, as well as a guy who was considered to be the cornerback 1 for the Vikes heading into the offseason. But here's probably what happened. Here's the conversation. So I'm John Lynch, jumping John Lynch, GM of the Niners, calling up Rick Spielman. What up? And then Spielman's like, no, we're not trading Dantzler, blah, blah, blah. And there's a couple reasons why the Vikings would not trade Cameron Tiny Dantzler, barring a blockbuster deal of like a second-round pick. Because remember, he came into the league as a third-round pick. If you're not getting more, doesn't make sense. But number one, it would be embarrassing. It would be embarrassing for Spielman to give up on a project this quick, a third-round pick, just giving up on a dude who showed potential last season when he was healthy and available. All this after cutting first-round pick Jeff Gladney, so you're giving up on a first-round pick as well as a third-round pick. Well, you didn't give up on the first-round pick. He sort of forced your hand, but you know what I mean? No, that would be not good for Rick Spielman. That would be a lot of egg on his face. Number two, Bashaud Breeland was ass. Thank you. Sunday. Cornerback depth is going to be much needed this year. Number three, Zimmer loves him some cornerbacks way too much. He's never going to give them up. He's never going to let them down. Plus, Dantzler is way too talented. I think that the benching was both a challenge to him as well as a wake-up call. Get your stuff together, put in the work, and become the best cornerback you can be because it's not going to be handed to you. Looking at the Vikings cornerback depth, you have Peterson, you have Breeland, who should get back off the canvas from his week 1 debacle. Mac Alexander hold down the slot. Chris Boyd really stepped it up this year. I think that the mentorship from Patrick Peterson really helped out his game. Harrison Hand, he's always going to be 38 special, even though he's number 20 now. Yeah, he's going to be in the mix as well. And this can only benefit the Vikings, where you have this hungry cornerback room with a bunch of young guys at the bottom just fighting and scraping for those extra reps. And Dantzler, hey, you were the man last year. Trust me, you were absolutely the dude, but you still have to fight. You have to claw every single day to be that dude and amp up your game. I think it's going to make every single person better in that cornerback room going forward. So that's why they didn't trade him. Although, I mean, if they offered a second-round pick and change, maybe, but they didn't. So it's whatever. I just don't want to see tackling machine Chris Jones back in purple ever again. That is all. Beer thoughts. The Niners reportedly tried to trade for Cameron Tiny Dantzler. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Must spread that work. Pull a little something to Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.